Okay, here's a new little hobby for me. Um, these are called New England butt braiders or a maypole braider. I uh, I bought this one from my sister, and I am currently tearing it apart and sonic cleaning and getting it to the point where it works. This is a 25 carrier machine, which is a flat braid, but someone converted it to a 24. So I'm not too thrilled that it was modified, but it is what it is. And then I got these two in Georgia, and I'm going to go pick up some more with the everything to do line shafts and everything to power them like they used to in the factories. I got a bunch more in Georgia, and I'm just going to tinker. So I'm going to restore one. It's a 24 carrier, which means these little fellas, and it's got a big capstan wheel on top that moves, and it's an older model. I think these are the 1930s, 1940s. But this is set up for an 8 carrier. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they just weave in and out. This one's going to be 24, so more carriers, and then this is a 16. I would have this one working, but I have a couple hundred bobbins, but the winder and stuff is in Georgia still, so I'm not going to wind these by hands just to play on it. So this is a 16, and you can see how this makes a nice little rope, and you can see how they just bob in and out. This one I have to fix these wooden bobbin, so that's why I'm not spinning that one up to full speed. But all I've done is clean them and oil them. They're not going to get restored because I actually want to use these. I'm not going to sell rope or anything. It's just too much of a liability. But just fun to show people and tinker, and I can make pull starts for my tractors or camping line, whatever. This one got a lot of moisture up in Pennsylvania, and this one has newer plastic gears with steel gears, and then to modify it they did saw cut gears. So it was a working machine, but it wasn't very happy, so I'm going to go through and clean and clean and clean, and then I am going to probably get a bigger sonic cleaner. Set, because this poor little guy has been running non-stop. And then these are the carriers, and I got to go through and just sonic clean, defunk, because they were in the industrial. They were using grease to lubricate everything, and they just added grease instead of cleaning. So because hobbyists, we don't use our machines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You just use like a 80-90 lube, and you drip them down these holes, and you put a little bit on the carriers, and that's just enough to keep them going. So part of what I'm picking up is a line shaft. So I'm going to build a table, and I'm probably going to have 5 or 6 of these lined up. I'm looking for a 4 and a 6 carrier. I'm not interested in flat braiders, but I'm going to have probably a 4, 6, 16, 4, 6, 8, 16, 24. Once I get up to 32s and 64s, that's pretty big. But what you do is you get the line shafts going, and you just lift this lever up, and that engages it. So it's a pretty unique, pretty cool thing that I found. Years ago, I went to the Florida Flywheeler show with Mark McCarran, and they had a little like 6 going, and I watched it, and the guy cut me off a sample rope, and it's still on my wife's keychain of her Jeep. But I thought this was the coolest thing ever, and you can see how as it moves, these move up and down, and then they reset as this turns to keep tension on this to make them function. So it's really important to have them clean and lubricated, and having all the springs function as it should. Once I figured that out, I can rebuild or take these apart, clean them up, and have them working in 2 to 3 days. I'd be way faster if my sonic cleaner was bigger, because I could only do a couple gears at a time and whatnot. But for just a little hobby, I'm excited. So I'm picking up a line shaft, like 7 or 8 223 phase engines that power the line shaft, bobbin winders. I'm picking up probably 1,000, 2,000 pounds of string yarn. But I'm probably going to take that wall and turn it into a rope section. So something different, something fun. And if I really get into it, I'll find a hit and miss engine to power these. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.